Hello, I'm Patricia McClure, Associate Head of School of the School of Health Sciences, and I'm Course Director for the PG Cert, PG Dip, MSc in Professional Development in Occupational Therapy. And I'm delighted to be here today to talk to you about some of the modules that we have available within that programme, which this next academic year will be open to the range of allied health professionals to study as part of this Chitin project. So the module that I'm going to focus on within this presentation is OTH 701, which is Professional Development in Practice, and it is a 15 credit point module which is delivered fully online. So the rationale and the aims behind this particular module is that, as you know, the supervision of junior staff and students is a key role of all qualified practitioners. All of us are expected to engage in the education of students, and it is within our professional code of ethics and conduct. So this module will help you to develop the ability to effectively facilitate students and learners' personal and professional development within a safe and supportive environment, wherever your setting may be. And it will also help you to develop effective learning, teaching and coaching skills in order to take on a supervisory or mentoring role with students and your junior staff. And as part of the module, you will also be required to critically reflect on your own experience as a learner, because let's face it, we never stop learning, hence why you're here this week at this bootcamp. And to help you to identify aspects of your own practice that could be further developed and enhanced. So the learning outcomes are that you will critically evaluate some of the key theories and approaches to learning, teaching and assessment that are appropriate to the practice setting. That you'll also learn how to critically appraise the use of learner-centred approaches and supervisory partnerships in facilitating others' learning and development. That you'll act autonomously in planning, implementing and critically evaluating your own professional activity in relation to facilitating the learning and development of others around you. And that can also include not just your students and your junior staff, but also your patients. And the way that we all work with our patients and our clients these days is very much in helping them to self-manage their own conditions and so on. So we obviously then we're all using a lot of educational theories within the way that we work with our patients and our clients. And then fourthly, that you will develop and apply practical skills in the use of coaching techniques to enhance personal and professional development. Very much a growing technique to be used again with our patients and clients as well as our students and our junior staff and colleagues. So the content within the module then focuses very much around the theories of adult learning, teaching and assessment. Facilitating learning and teaching in the practice setting. So things like creating effective learning environments and learning about communities of practice, and again, how to foster those communities of practice within your own workplace. How to design learning outcomes. Learning styles and what impact do those learning styles and preferred learning styles have on the way that people learn. Peer learning, how to use peer learning with your students and your learners, whoever they may be. How to use peer teaching for further and professional development. Interprofessional learning and the benefits that we all gain from working together, learning together and understanding each other's roles. And how to manage challenges in the learning environment, because there are always challenges and barriers within the learning environment that sometimes hinder people's learning. And how do you manage those and how do you overcome them? Also, we look at diversity and inclusivity in the learning environment so that we can respond to individual learning needs. Because when you're working with students and junior colleagues, they will all have their own particular individual learning needs at any given time in terms of what helps them to learn best. Maybe some of them may have particular additional needs that you may have to cater for. Also looking at models and practice of supervision and how key that is in today's health and social care world. Mentoring and coaching approaches. How to take the correct, or the right, or the best mentoring approach that you can take, because you're investing your time and your energy in the development of other colleagues. And so basically you're nurturing their professional development, and how you can use coaching approaches in order to help them to be more independent in their learning and to take responsibility for their learning and their development. Reflective practice, models of reflection, how to use them and how to help your students and your learners to reflect, because that's a skill all in itself. Also, the role of continuous professional development. We're all committed to continuous professional development, continuing to further our own expertise and develop our experience. How do you help to contribute to others' CPD? And then, of course, research-informed approaches to the professional development of others in the practice setting. So how will you be involved in the learning within this module? Well, as I said, it's a fully online module, and the beauty of that is that you can fit it around your work life, your personal and your family life. So there will be weekly asynchronous lectures that focus on specific topics, and you will be able to listen to those lectures at a time which is totally convenient to you. You will be expected to engage in self-directed learning tasks. There will be a lot of reading for you to do, directed reading, and then of course you can your own self-directed reading on topics that you are particularly interested in. There'll be interactive online discussions, and again those discussions you can engage in those at times that work for you, day or night. There will be some synchronous tutorials throughout the semester. There will just be about 3 or 4 of these. They will take place about every 3 weeks throughout the semester at an organised time that will suit everyone. And some of those may take the form of a journal club, where you will take it in turns to critically analyse the literature around topics of keen interest for you. There will be exploration of evidence-based resources and some synchronous staff-student networking meetings, because when you're working online, and many of us over the past 15 months have been very engaged in online working, and we're aware of sometimes the isolation that can come from that, and therefore the importance of having particular times when you do network with others and you have that, maybe through a screen, but that face-to-face contact and that ability to be able to engage and collaborate together. And of course, there will be reflections on how learning will develop your clinical and professional practice. So how will you be assessed in this module? Well, there are 2 pieces of assessment. The first piece of coursework is a poster presentation, and it actually accounts for 100% of the module marks in this module. And it will be a conference-style poster presentation on a topic that is relevant to an aspect of learning, teaching, supervision or assessment. You will have choice in the topic, so you will choose a topic that particularly inspires you. And you will deliver your presentation to the full cohort on the module, and it will be peer and tutor assessed. The second piece of coursework is a portfolio, and it is marked on a pass-fail basis. It must be passed in order for you to pass the module overall. And it consists of a reflective log of 10 coaching conversations, which will depict the development of your coaching skills as you progress throughout the semester. You will also include in that portfolio 2 audio recordings of coaching conversations. One will be recorded around week 5 of the module, and the other will be in week 12 of the module. And this will show your progression as a coach, between weeks 5 and weeks 12. So what is the benefit to your practice of doing a module like this? Well, students who have already done this module will say that it's all about transforming your practice. It's about learning and applying the whole range of learning and teaching theories so that you can contribute to the development of students and junior colleagues and learners and your patients and your clients, service users, whoever they may be. And it is very much about enhancing your skills in relation to your teaching skills, your supervision skills, your mentoring skills, coaching skills, and of course your ability to reflect and your ability to help others to reflect. So I hope that this very short presentation will encourage some of you to enroll for this module. These are my contact details. I'm happy for any of you to contact me at any stage if you have any further questions about the module. And I will also be available at lunchtime on Friday in a question and answer session for any of you who have any questions that you would like me to address then. I hope that we will see many of you enrolling on this module in this next academic year, and we will look forward to working with you. Thank you for listening, and I hope you really enjoy the boot camp this week. Thank you.